YouTube family. What is up, everyone? This is the original Grown B, and I understand that I'm not everybody's favorite YouTuber. I can't be everybody's favorite YouTuber, and I get that. You know, I make long intros, I got backstories on my shit. Like, I'm just not that guy that you're gonna be able to just go to a video and in 30 seconds get whatever it is that you need. I'm just not that dude. I'm not, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But it's one thing that I hope, and that is that every time someone comes to one of my videos, they say, you know what, this guy's not my favorite YouTuber. Sometimes his intros are a little too long, or sometimes he didn't get to the point quick enough. But when I put down my phone, or when I step away from my computer, or when I shut off my PlayStation, or close off my tablet, I've actually learned something. That is far more important to me than being everyone's favorite. Which brings us to one of the most popular series on my channel, something I didn't even really think was gonna be a series, but it became one, and it's how to be a good fighting game player. You know, it gets me really excited to see, you know, the responses that I get whenever I do one of these videos, because in all honesty, all I wanted to do was help people. So with this becoming one of the most popular, you know, viewed videos in terms of, you know, me just throwing out a video, not really trying to promote it to other YouTubers, and just trying to get some information out to people, it's really exciting to see the feedback, to see people say, man, you know, this really helped me. I'm new to fighting games and I really didn't know where to start. It's absolutely fantastic. So here I am doing yet another how to be good at fighting games video. And I think the biggest issue that we have in this fighting game community is the fact that when you go out to try to learn more about a fighting game in the YouTube community, you're going to end up getting a combo tutorial. You're going to end up getting a, you know, how to stop this spammer tutorial. And you know what? Those are all well and good, because those are some building blocks that help you be a better player. But I try to do something different. And honestly, I don't think that anyone else is really approaching these type of videos the way that I am. And that's this psychological, analytical way to simply approach the game. Because one of my favorite phrases is the mentality comes before the ability. The way you think about something comes far before your ability to actually go out and do it. It all starts with your mind. So I try to teach you new ways to think and approach the game. And as you think differently, you actually have so much more control over how effective you can be. So what we're going to talk about today is probably the single best thing that you can do. So without further delay, there is absolutely, positively, without a shadow of a doubt, one thing that you must do in order to be a great fighting game player, in order to get better at fighting games, in order to be comfortable with who you are as a fighting game player. And sure, there are several different things that compile together, but you cannot go without this one thing, and that is loss. You have to lose over and over and over and over again. And if you're like me, and any little loss feels like your heart being completely ripped out, this is going to be tough. I promise you it is. But you have to lose. Throw away your record. Fuck your record. Fuck all that shit. I promise you, there is more knowledge available in a loss than you can ever get from a win. I promise you that. Because there's been times where someone has beaten me in a ranked match, and I send them an invite, and we go to another private match, and I beat them like 20 times in a row. And that one win that they got really didn't teach them anything. It didn't say who was better, it didn't say who was worse, it didn't give them anything. It wasn't until we got into another game and played several times that there suddenly became a narrative of who was better and what each of us needed to work on. It's imperative that you lose. And to be honest, that is all that I'm showing you right now. A little bit of the backstory that I tell you guys I like to do. And it's the best thing that I could have done on this game today. I'm playing against this guy who's using Jason Todd. And I couldn't beat him. I couldn't touch him. I didn't know how to get in on his moves. I didn't know how to defend his attacks. And I kid you not, I probably lost 10, 12 times in a row to this dude. But every 2 or 3 rounds, I learned something new. Every 2 or 3 rounds, I learned, oh, I can do this to get out of this combo. Or I can do this to throw him off balance. Or I can do this. And sure enough, after a while, I started beating him. After a while, it got to the point where I could beat him 2 times in a row. After a while, it got to the point where I am actually leading these matches, and he's having to play health catch up. This is a great player, by the way. This is a great player. But those losses always taught me a different way to approach them next match. Those losses always taught me that there is something that you can do better. And that is why I'm not a big fan of the way the ranked matches are set up, specifically in this game, in NetherRealm games in general, just the one and done aspect of a ranked match. I feel like the whole ranked match system is supposed to tell you who's the better player, or who are the best of the best. But you don't get that after one match. You don't understand what it is that is actually going on in the fighting game until one player has won, one player has lost, one player has made an adjustment, another player has made an adjustment, and now that each player has made adjustments to the other person's fighting game style, that is when the first real match begins. And you don't get that out of a ranked match. You don't get that out of a ranked match. So when I say that there's more knowledge, there's more information available in those losses to make you better, that is what I'm talking about. So, I mean, it got to the, what I did here was I noticed that I was losing a lot to Jason Todd. I'm sorry, I'm saying Jason Todd, but this is Damian Wayne. I'm sorry, this is Damian Wayne. I noticed that I was losing a lot to Damian Wayne characters, like people who actually knew how to use Damian Wayne. I was losing. And so I decided, you know what? I can't just lose over and over again to Damian Wayne's. I have to learn how to play against this character. So I ran into a great player, and I promise you this is a good thing to do. When you find a character that it seems like it's really, really difficult to beat, and you find a person who uses that character well, invite them to a private match, and man, obviously don't let them, but man, get your ass beat a good 20 times. I promise you'll figure out a better way to play against that character. I promise you. This brain that we have is not designed to not overcome. I know that's a double negative, but we are designed to overcome obstacles. That is the core function of the brain. So I don't care how much better someone is than you. If you sit there and you get your ass beat over and over and over and over again, I promise you'll figure out a way to win. I promise you, without a shadow of a doubt, you will figure out a way to overcome that adversity. You will, because by nature, we are designed to be able to do that. So when you find a player and it's like, oh man, I can't get past people who use Black Adam, I can't get past, find somebody who's great and fight them over and over and over again. As many times as they'll beat your ass, let them, because you will learn. I promise you will learn. And that is ultimately what this is. And once I really, really realized that it's time to stop caring about your record. It's time to get out there and lose as much as you possibly can. Get as much knowledge from those losses as you can, because then you will be better. If you have 10,000 wins and 10,000 losses, it doesn't matter. Somebody might look at you and they might underestimate you, but you've put in so much more work than they have. You've learned so much more than they have. I promise you. And that is the absolute single. There are so many different things that you can do to become a better fighting game player, and that's what this series is all about. You know, I'll come up with I'll have new tips for you probably next week on something that I feel like can make you a better fighting game player. But if you can't lose, you can't win. If you can't lose, you can't win. I mean, lose over and over and over again until you win. And I'm not saying be a one and done asshole. Don't get your ass beat 20 times, then win one game and think that you've accomplished anything. Lose as many times as you can. And I promise you'll be good. I promise. I'm not here to just give you a combo and say perfect this combo and you can be good. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to teach you the psychoanalytical aspects of these games, and you can truly learn far more with a loss than you can with a win. A prime example of this is Ronda Rousey. She won so much before she could learn how to lose. So when she lost, she literally didn't know how to get information from the loss. And here we are at the end of the video. And so I'm asking you, I'm not one of these guys who at the beginning of my video says, oh man, leave a like, subscribe, comment. No. I give you an opportunity to watch my video. If you like it, then like it. If you think somebody else may like it, then please share it. And if you want to see more, I would really love for you to subscribe. But I hate those guys who say at the beginning of the video like you're obligated to give them a like. Like, hey, please like this video. And they could go on to talk about how great the Holocaust is and you just wouldn't even know. Like, if you loved it, I really hope you did, man. And honestly, get in the comment box and let me know really how you feel about this video. And the original Grown B will see y'all later.